Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by JST Technology. Last time we spoke, we kind of showed you how to get started with Scratch, and this time what we want to do is we want to open up our Scratch program and start building a program. And of course this can be anything that you want, but we're just going to do a couple basic strategies that you can use that essentially once you know these, Scratch and coding becomes so much easier. So what we'll do is we'll open up our browser, and of course we'll head to our scratch.mit.edu, and we'll go ahead and click on the create. Now remember, you can do anything you want using Scratch, so you're not limited to just one thing, but in order to get a basic understanding of how things work, I'll show you kind of like a step-by-step into starting a program, and then by all means you guys go on about and do as you like. So the very first thing that you need to know is that in order to start your programs or your coding programs, you need to have something started. And usually this is found in the Events tab. You'll notice there's a when green flag is clicked, which is right here and is right here. This is normally, I would say about 75 to 80% of the programs use this to start their program, which is, I mean, that's totally okay. Uh, but if you look at the other tabs, there's a when space is clicked. And if you click this arrow here, the drop down menu shows that it has all the directional arrow keys, including all the letters and numbers. So what that means is if you wanted to start your program with, say, the letter A, you would just select the A and then drag that into your editor area, and then now your program will start or something will happen once that letter A is selected. So like I said, you can start it any way that you like. Again, that's kind of the neat thing about this. It's up to whatever you like. This option lets you start something, your program or something happen once the sprite is clicked. This is something in order like, say, the background, like we talked about in video number 1. If the backdrop switches, then something happens. Um, and then these at the bottom are normally not how you start a program, but they're pretty important, in communicating and associating different things, which we'll definitely talk about in the future. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these top two, the when green flag is clicked and the when the letter A is pressed. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that this sprite that you use here has this I information blue kind of like circle on it. This lets you know that you're using this particular sprite to be attached to what you're coding. Let's say we want this sprite to say something. Under the Looks tab, which is the purple tab, you'll see it has a selection of kind of like phrases or almost like speech bubbles that you can use. You can use think or say. I usually like to use the say. So we'll just say, and then once you click on this text box area, you can write whatever you like. So we'll just type welcome. So naturally, that's all we have to do. Once we select our green flag, you can either click it from here or click it here at the top. Let's see what happens. There we go. Our sprite character, who's also named Scratchy, once we selected the green flag, has said the word welcome. And essentially, that's how easy it is to make a sprite say something. If we want to go ahead and use that same option but using the A key, we'll go ahead and turn this into how are you? So we click our green flag and the speech bubble says welcome. Now nothing will happen with the A key until we actually go ahead and select the A key. So we'll press the A key and now it says how are you? So that is how easy it is to use this. Now, a lot of a lot of people the first time or first couple times that they use this scratch coding, they're a bit, frustrated. Um, they're afraid, which is okay because normally I tell people you need about, 3 to 4 hours in order to feel super comfortable and super confident in your skills. But the most important thing that I want people to remember is that when you code, it's all based on like a logical order. So, for instance, if I wanted my scratchy character to say welcome and then say how are you using only the green flag, well, I would probably have to add another say or a think underneath the welcome and then say how are you. So we'll go ahead and click that green flag, and first it says welcome and then it says how are you. So this is a logical way of communication. If I wanted my character to move, well, I would have to go to my blue tab that says motion, and then there's different options I can select in order to make the character move. So let's say we wanted it to move a certain amount of steps. Let's say 50 steps. Now you think to yourself, what is it that I'm programming here, and what scenario do I think is going to end up happening? Well, I'm telling myself that I'm assuming that when I click the green flag, my character Scratchy, who's selected here because of the blue white eye, will say welcome for 2 seconds, then he'll say how are you for 2 seconds, and then I'm hoping that the character will move 50 steps. So let's try that. We click the green flag. Welcome. How are you? And then it moved 50 steps. Again, this is a logical way of thinking and coding. And the more that you process the information and you think about the information and you can see it kind of in your mind, the easier it'll be for you to code. Um, and this can happen using the green flag or any of the keys that can be pressed using this arrow right here. So just remember, everything is possible as long as you think about it beforehand. And if there's an issue, there's nothing that can't be fixed. Believe me, I've struggled in the past. Many other coders have struggled in the past. But in the end, we've been able to resolve our issues and come out with a great program. So that's it for today. I hope you guys had a great time understanding kind of the logical base of starting a program. Next time we'll definitely take a look at our backdrops and incorporate like how to switch them and how to go from one backdrop to the other. Hope you guys like this video. Please like it, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.